Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to another epic video released by yours truly. Today I was kind of bored, so I was like, what can we do today? And I decided let's do a Polytopia tribe tier list. As you'll notice, Samantis, I think that's how you say it, Samantis is not on this tier list because it's been released like 2 days ago. And I'm gonna be real with you, I've only played it once, so there's that. But we have all the other tribes here. Although if I did have Samantis, I would probably put it in the base tier, not gonna lie. Anyways, guys, let's start off with the first one. Imo. Imo is not necessarily bad. I like the aesthetic, okay? I mean, like, Imo has one of my favorite aesthetics out of all the tribes, but it's not that great. You start out with meditation, which isn't that useful of a technology. Like, it allows you to get the Altar of Peace right at the beginning of the game, which can be helpful, but, like, if you want to get a head start, there are a ton of better tribes on this list. I can do that. We have Aquarion next. Oh boy, this is a controversial one. I know everyone likes to kind of dunk on Aquarion and say, oh, well, they're trash. Haha, funny. Well, Aquarion's actually pretty interesting in my experience. I really like their one unique unit, and that is the Tridentian. That one's a really versatile unit, and it's fun to play around with. Now, is it that good? Not necessarily. I think it has its advantages, but it's not like some tribe I would consider maining or anything, so I'm going to put it in the kind of base tier. Barter, okay. Yeah, I know. Barter is one of the best tribes in the game, to be fair. They start out with a great economy. They have a ton of resources around them. And they start out with the hunting tech, which is especially useful because you can go ahead and then get the forestry tech. So, I mean, Barter's pretty nice. It's also got a nice aesthetic, which I do appreciate. So Barter is a pretty great tribe. I don't know. It's pretty based. I wouldn't consider it mega based because I feel like I don't know. It's basically it's a basic kind of playstyle, to be honest. It's a very basic, and it is a free tribe, so that's what you should expect. But at least that's my reveal. Illyrion. Ooh, Illyrion's an interesting one, and it really has to depend on the type of map you're playing on. So, for instance, if you're playing on like a drylands map or you're on a big continent or whatever, Illyrion's pretty nice because you can go ahead and pretty much go on the offensive and catch your opponents off guard and do all that. But if you're on an island, Illyrion has pretty bad economy, so I'll say that. So I think I'm gonna put it in the kind of base here because it has its uses, but it is not like it's not like a tribe like you can always rely on. It's not very reliable, although it is pretty fun to use. They have dragons, which is pretty epic. Also, keep in mind while I'm reviewing all of these, I am no expert at Polytopia. This is just like my opinion, basically. So yeah, I've got Hoodrick. Whew. I don't know. Obviously, oh well. Wait, no, that's not even a question, guys. Come on. I'm just kidding. I'm joking. So the thing about Hoodrick is, I know it's a popular joke to make fun of Hoodrick and all that. They're not a horrible tribe. They're pretty good. They have kind of the same density of resources as Barter, which is nice. Would probably pick Barter over Hoodrick though. Although I don't know. It's also kind of like I know it's a very bland landscape too, to be honest, but it's not really a problem. I don't know. I'm kind of putting them all in the kind of vase tier because I'm not really. I don't know. I'm not a Polytopia expert by any means. I just wanted to share this tier list with you guys. Imperius. So yeah, it's out. It's also a pretty good tribe. It's pretty standard. Um, I mean, it's pretty much like it's pretty good at economy. It's pretty reliable in most categories. Yeah, so if you want a long game, um, Imperius is a good pick. I'll tell you that. I mean, and also, honestly, I do like the aesthetic a bit more than Barter's. To be honest, their aesthetic is really good, really great aesthetic. I know that doesn't really matter, but like, I mean, I would rather play as Imperius than Barter. And also, I've used Barter so many times, and it gets a bit old after a while. Like, you know what I'm saying? Anyways, Kiku, they're an interesting tribe. They are good. I don't know how to play them very well, at least. I'm gonna put them in the base category. In there, they're good. You can get a pretty good navy going quickly, especially on a Waterlands map, Waterworld map. That's like the perfect pick. I'm not very good with them because I don't know. I prefer more traditional tribes to play with, to be honest. Luxidor. Okay, I kind of have to put it into the mega base category. I know it's a very expensive tribe, and I'm sure Luxidor is at the top of everyone's tier list, but there's a reason for that, and that's because the capital boost is really good, and you're making more stars per turn. You've got a wall around you. You've got more units you can train per city or per your first city. Anyways, but it really gives you the advantage over all the other tribes around you. You've got a head start, and if you're playing on perfection, it's really great. Obviously, it costs more than the rest. It doesn't have any special tech, but I do like playing as Luxidor. Also, aesthetically pleasing as well. All right, Omaji. Omaji is kind of gotta go into the kind of base category. Because it's not really. It has a specific purpose, and even at its specific purpose, it's not that great. So it starts out with the writing tech. Personally, it's harder to play with them, in my experience. Like you start out with the writer tech, which is cool and all, and it allows you to get uncover more clouds and stuff. It's which is nice, but they're kind of weak too. And our writers are kind of have low defense and stuff like that. So, and if you get, I don't know, they're not really reliable unless you have more distance, I would say, between you and your opponent. I don't know though. That's just my experience personally. Once again, I'm no expert at this game. Polaris. Polaris is a fun one. I think I'm gonna put them in the mega base here because they have a lot of unique qualities. They're fun to play as. I don't know. They start out with the Mooney, which is really nice for just keeping people away from your units and all that, and it gives you kind of a fighting edge. And then, of course, you don't really need a navy. That you can't actually produce a navy. Let me correct myself. But you can use battle sleds and the what are the 15-star units? I cannot remember their name, but I don't know. They're interesting. So I like their combat mechanics. They're definitely not traditional in gameplay, but I think they're a pretty nice tribe, and it's gives you kind of a fresh experience, I would say. Quetzali, okay. Quetzali, I'm gonna be real with you, it's kind of cringe. Look, they start out with the defender tech, which is nice and all. But how helpful is that really economically? How helpful is that? For anything else besides defending, it's not like you can rush your enemy, it's just kind of it does the job that a warrior can do a bit better, but you can obviously be fine with something else. They have nice aesthetics and stuff. Every tribe does, but okay. Vengir. Trying to decide whether it goes in the cringe category or the garbage category. Okay, I gotta put him in the garbage category, and the reason why is it's hard to get a start economically with Vengir. Like, yeah, you can overwhelm your opponents. They're good for smaller maps, but their economy is just really bad, and a lot of times you'll get a city with barely any resources. Sometimes you won't even have enough to level up your capital to the first level. So they're I don't know. They're good in close combat. They're terrible in any other style of gameplay. So, I'm sorry, Vengir. You're going in the garbage tier. Zinchi. Interesting. I'm gonna put them in kind of a base tier because, there's not that much special about them. They're good, but they're just kind of a standard tribe. There's not a lot of advantages. You can go for the mining tech and then the smithery tech, but I would rather choose something like Imperius or Barter, etc. So they're nice, they're a reliable tribe, but not my personal favorite. Okay, and then we have Yadak, which is a pretty nice tribe. I will tell you that. Probably going to put them at the top of the base category. And the reason why is because the Rhodes tech is good in two different ways. It's very versatile. You can use them, obviously, to, get the trade tech and all of that, boost your economy and stuff. But the other use is that you can use roads to move your troops faster. And sometimes, like if you place a road when you're starting out the game, you can just your unit, your little warrior unit, it can, just boost into the clouds and uncover a ton of stuff. So I find that to be really useful. So yeah, Yadak's probably the top of the base tier. I wouldn't put them in the same tier as these two. And once again, the thing about Polaris too is I'm not very good at them either. They're a playstyle I do not know how to play well. I'll tell you that. And then finally we have Zabasi, which is it's a reliable tribe. I'm not very good with it, so I'll put it in the base tier. Got the farming tech, which is nice. Not too much special to say about it. Also, if you buy it, proceeds go to, I believe, solar energy. So that's always a nice thing to see. So, anyways, guys, that is my Polytopia tier list. I hope you enjoyed. If you enjoyed, make sure to hit the like button and consider subscribing. You don't have to, always up to you, but anyways, guys, that's all for today's video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.